Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So as y'all know, I love plants so much and we have them scattered all around our apartment, and I even have my bird of paradise right here looking super gorgeous. And my love of plants has led me to try to learn how to propagate them, and so today I wanted to share with you all how to propagate Satin Pothos, but anything that I say in this video will also apply to how to propagate any sort of vine. And so I hope that you all like this video and keep on watching if you're curious on how to propagate a Satin Pothos. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to share with you all is the original Satin Pothos that I got. I think I got this around a year ago, and this is, I'm gonna call it the parent plant. So this is where all the clippings that I'm about to show you came from. And when I originally got this plant, it was probably a little shorter than it is now, and then it got to about maybe this long, pretty long, and I got a bunch of clippings from it. And it's a really healthy plant. It's in really good condition, definitely thriving. And so yeah, this is what my Satin Pothos looks like. So this is an example of one of the clippings that I got. So it's got a couple of leaves on it, and I have 7 clippings. So if we go back to our parent plant, you can only imagine how long it was, because I got 7 little clippings off. And so first I want to share with you all how to take a clipping. So I'm gonna have to get pretty close for this, but I'm gonna show you all kind of like the root nodes. I forgot what they're called, but this is sort of like the beginnings of a root. So I'll show you what they look like on this vine. So as you can see, this vine, and most vines have this little brown little node right there. They have a whole bunch. There's another one right there. And this is where the roots grow. And as you'll probably notice, most vines have those little root nodes growing along its branches every few little centimeters. And what you're going to want to do when you pick a clipping is you want it to have at least 3 to 4 leaves. And so this one, let's say I wanted to get a clipping from this little branch. So here I have 3 leaves sticking out. And what I want to do is make sure that when I put it in water, because that's the next step, you're going to want to put it in a little jar of water. You want to make sure that there are those root nodes attached. And you also want to make sure that the leaves have enough space so that they're not in the water or also rot. And so let's take this little clipping. So I have 3 little leaves here, and let me count up to another leaf. Let's go to 4 leaves. And then I'd probably, oh, this is a really good one. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a really good root node right there. So I'd probably cut some around there, and I want the plant to still look aesthetic. So I'm gonna cut right along the branch around right here, so that the leaves atop still look really elegant and nice, and it doesn't look like I just cut the plant. So cut it at a section that it looks like it'll make a clean cut. And again, here's a little example of what one of the cuttings can look like. So this one has 3 leaves, and as you can see, it already has roots that grew, but I made sure that if there were any more leaves to cut those off before it got in the water. And where you can see roots now, that's where one of the little root nodes was. So there was one there was another right here, and there was another one at the very end. And let me do a little close-up so you can see the roots now. So everywhere that you see a root now, there was a little one of those brown root nodes. And so once I had a cutting, I got some water, and I don't think I used filtered water, but you probably could use filtered water. I think I simply used sink water. And I put the cutting inside the water, making sure that none of the leaves were inside the water, or else again they'd rot. And so all you saw submerged was a bit of the branch, and then you saw those little brown root nodes in there. So you knew, like, okay, I got the roots, or the beginning of a root, inside the water. And then this is where you play the waiting game, and you have to wait. I think I waited about 3 or 4 weeks before I started really getting some roots. And it's a really slow process. Let me see if I can show you a cutting that has smaller roots and then what they look like when they get really long. Okay, I look super silly on the other side of this glass. Oh! Anyways, so as you can see, this is what baby roots look like. So there's a little, right here, a little brown root node that hasn't grown any roots yet. And that's what you want submerged in the water. But the other ones you can see have grown little tiny roots. So this cutting, for example, has really grown extremely long roots. And let me give you a close-up of that. So as you can see, the roots are really long. And what you want is to get your roots to around 3 or 4 inches. And then by that point, you want to plant them, which is going to be our next step. Okay, so by this point we got the clippings from our original plant and we submerged them in water, and I recommend putting them in filtered water, but again you can use sink water or tap water if you want to. I definitely recommend changing the water every few days and putting the plant by the window so that it can grow. And then once you patiently wait for a couple of weeks, around 3 or 4 weeks, you'll start seeing roots develop more, and if you wait a little longer they'll get really long, and once they're around maybe 3-4 inches, that's when you know that it's time to put them in little pots. And I went to Home Depot and got these really cute pots for them, and so let's start potting them. We are about to get messy. Okay, so I'm gonna get one of the little pots and put a bunch of dirt in it. Okay, so I have some dirt in this pot, and then let me create a bit of a hole so that the roots can go inside. This is the first clipping I'm going to use, so let me take it out of the water. Whew, let's put it in. Okay, now I'm going to put another one in here. Let's see. Okay, so this is our next clipping that I'm going to use. Let me put it in there. And there we go, we have our first plant done, and now we do all the rest. I am making an absolute mess. There's something really therapeutic about taking care of plants. I really love nurturing them. Okay, we have another one done, and it looks so good. Aw. And there we go, we have the third one down, and now all that's left to do is water them, put them on a shelf with some sunlight, and take care of them. And then for each little pot, I also have one of these saucers for water drainage. And there you go, that is how you get from this to this. And I have loved getting the little clippings from this plant and watching them grow, or at least the roots grow, and then now finally being able to plant them in their own little pots, and I can't wait to watch these grow, and then one day take clippings from these plants once they're really large and luscious like this one. But I hope that you'll like this video, and I hope that you have fun propagating your own plants or learning more about plants or just taking care of the ones that you have now. And yeah, I hope that you'll like this video and learn something from it, and if I forget to mention anything, then I'll leave it in the description. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!